Hello everyone, welcome to eGate.ai. My name is Sumit and I will be covering the course Artificial Intelligence. So let's start our discussion with the definition of artificial intelligence. So let's ask, what is AI? So there are several definitions for artificial intelligence, but to keep everything simple for the first video, let's consider a very simple definition. Yes, so AI is the field of study that is concerned with the design of intelligence in artificial device. So that means that we want to introduce some intelligence in the artificial devices. By artificial device, I mean any man-made device or any man-made artifact. And by intelligence, what do we mean? Intelligence is not very easy to understand. There are two schools of thought to explain intelligence. One believes that humans are intelligent. So if a system or device can behave like a human, then we will call that device to be intelligent device, right? So if it can behave like a human. And the other thought is that humans are intelligent indeed, but they do not behave intelligently all the time, right? So if a system can behave rational all the time, then we will call that system to be an intelligent system, right? So when I say behave, that means there are two kinds of activity involved, right? One can be acting and other can be thinking, right? So acting like a human or thinking like a human. So if a system can act like a human or think like a human, then we will call that system to be intelligent system. Otherwise, if a system can perform, can act rationally and can think rationally, then we will call that system to be intelligent system. We will cover each of the four categories later in the course, but let's discuss one example of what do we mean by acting like a human. Okay, so for that we will discuss a very famous experiment by Alan Turing, which we call as Turing test. So let's discuss Turing test. So basically this was a setup by Turing. So there was a closed room, okay, and in the room there can be a human or there can be a computer, and on the other side of the room there is a person, a human, who is a interrogator, right? So this human has a screen where he will input the questions, and those questions will be received by either the human or the computer, and then the human or the computer will process those questions and they will send back the reply to this screen. And now interrogator will read the answer and he has to decide whether the answer is from a human or is from a computer, right? So if there is a situation where the interrogator cannot differentiate whether the answer is from a human or from a computer, then we will call that the computer has passed the Turing test. That means that if the interrogator fails to distinguish the answers, if the answer is from a human or from a computer, then we will call that this computer is an intelligent system, because this system is acting like a human, right? It is answering the same way as a human will answer the particular question. So then we will call this computer to be an intelligent system. So this is one of the example of acting like a human. So here let's consider this computer to be an agent. which is an intelligent agent indeed. So this agent can perceive the environment. That means it can get the questions and then it can, you know, find the solution for that perceived environment, and it can act accordingly. So it can, by acting I mean it can respond the appropriate answer, right? So it will receive the question from the interrogator, it will process the question, it will generate the answer, and it will respond the answer, right? So this idea of agent will be the major part of discussion in the next video. What is the agent? What are different types of agent? How do we design intelligent agents? And how it will perceive the environment, and how it will act with the given environment, and how it will find the suitable action. So we will discuss the agents in more detail in the next video. Thank you so much.